Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones Wall Street setups for today. So, just going to start off on the weekly and just have a look at that big weekly engulfing bar. That's 2, 4, 5. So, it's 5 weeks of price action that it has just taken out. We are in a zone of really, really strong what could be resistance. So I'm a little bit cautious, and it's going to be really difficult to put all of them in, but I think we must put 2 into the downside. And what I'm referring to is all these tails, as you can see. So this zone that I've drawn in here is obviously where we've been pivoting from 2021. You can see we found support there, then we were rejecting this area all the way through last year, and then most of this year before breaking through, trying to find support and then breaking below. So this is a clear area of interest, and we need to be very cautious about what's going on here. In saying that, we do have diversions from here to there, from the swing low to there, plus this big engulfing bar that's not quite off structure apart from the 150 EMA. So not as clear cut as what we see on the S&P, but nevertheless this is starting to look really, really bullish. So you can see a strong week, crossover over the moving average, all the moving averages. In fact, price has gone past them. We're just waiting for the 150 to cross over the faster moving averages, and then we have a confirmation there on the moving averages. We are grouped to the upside on the oscillators, so that's indicating we're a little bit overbought. And while we do this, don't forget to smash that like button. And you can see, group to the upside, bit of a flag had formed, broke the flag to the upside. And then we kind of just coming to a grinding halt here, which is to be expected because this is, you can see this is basically the previous week's high is here as well. Well, not previous week, 2 weeks before. So this is 18th of October. And you can see that's kind of what we're testing right now. So from 34,300 all the way down to 33,759 or 750, should we say, there are weekly tails, or there's weekly structure here, which I would expect us to sort of bounce off them, try and build a base on some of them before we get going. This curve is also parabolic here. The move through the week has been a bit parabolic. That's always a warning sign that we're getting a little bit overbought. So I am kind of looking for structure a little bit lower down. Very reluctant to be jumping in long right there. Definitely not going short, that's for sure. Not against this trend. But you can see there's not much structure that has been formed. And if we get down to the 15 minutes, you kind of hope there's something. There is something. I'm going to use this one here. So that's kind of where I would expect us to find support, 34,077 at the moment. You can see we rejected it quite intensely on Friday and then eventually broke through. So I suspect that's going to be retested. But it's either a case of building a base off here. I want to see what kind of stop we're looking at here. I suppose that's fair enough. So if we get a trade in at this level, but I'd wait for the market to open before doing that. This swing low is your stop. And then you're anticipating a break of this 34,170. And then I would expect you aiming for 34,307. That would be take profit. I don't think I would be willing for anything else. So it's a 230 point trade for 160 point gain. Risk, sorry. Not ideal at all. So the only other way that you'd be looking at this is a break of this 34,307 and build a base above that. That gets above majority of that weekly structure. And if you can get a 3-hour close and move above that and then a pullback, that's really going to be bullish for a continuation to the upside. So this is very similar to the DAX. It's kind of 50-50 territory. So the opportunities are very small and the risk is quite high, and at the end of a trend. So I think I'm also going to be sitting quietly on this one. I think my efforts are going to be on the S&P 500 and possibly Euro USD. I'll have a look at that now, but definitely S&P 500 is where my focus is going to be for today anyway. And there is an opportunity to get a fairly decent swing trade in that, which would suit me down to the ground since I'm traveling this week. So anyway, that's kind of my view for today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.